Frances Black, welcome back to Killarney.
How are you doing?
How did you get on? I was watching you on stage. It's lovely to see three fantastic Irish female singers on stage together.
Do you know what? We haven't performed. We were on the Late Late Show together in April, and I haven't performed since then.
Really?
Now, Sharon and Mary are performing a lot. I'm probably choosing not to perform, but I have to say it was amazing being with the girls, and I forgot how much I missed them, and the crack we have, and the energy we have, and the laugh we have, the stuff that goes on backstage, is phenomenal, and it's hilarious. Probably not for public ears, but really we do have a great laugh. Really,
Mary was saying that she loves the social aspect of the three of you being on stage together.
Because we're good mates, you know, we're good friends, and we love seeing each other, and then we're mates with the musicians, and it's just, there's a lovely kind of a family feel to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When did you come across Mary and Sharon first?
Well, Sharon I met back in 1988. It's a long time ago. You probably weren't even born,
I'm trying
were
to
you?
do the maths here,
You
but
were,
I'm not the best. No, I wasn't born.
No, you weren't born.
I was about minus 7 years.
Yeah,
at that
I was
stage.
thinking that. I met Sharon back in 1988. We were in a band called Arcady together, and Johnny McDonough put this band together, and there was myself and Patsy Broderick. She was another friend, but she's now Miles. She's married, and we just toured and had great fun, and I met Sharon then, and I think that was 32 years ago, I suppose, and I'm still really close with Sharon and Patsy. I don't see the rest of the lads as much, but Patsy lives down the road in Tralee, and she's still a really good friend of mine, and then Sharon is a really good friend of mine, and then Mary, I got close to Mary. I mean, I've always known Mary, but I got close to Mary when we headed off, myself, Sharon and Mary. We did a tour in Holland in the early 2000s, 20 years ago easily now, and we've been close ever since. So we've been doing bits and bobs, but it's only really in the last 4 to 5 years that we've really gelled and got really close. We've always been close, but we got really close in the last 4 to 5 years, and we're loving it. We're absolutely loving it.
Do you think it helps being so close to them, let's say, for you to gel better on stage?
Oh God, yeah, 100%. I don't think we'd be doing as many gigs. You know, we probably would choose not to do as many gigs together. We do our own gigs, but I think because I love them, and I know they love me, and they love each other, and we all just get on so well. I just think we just love the crack, and it was just real joyful seeing them today. You know what I mean?
Did you miss that over the last?
I miss them. I don't miss solo gigs. To be honest with you, I have another job now, and that keeps me very busy, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's very, very busy, but I do love it. I have 2 other jobs actually, and one of them is I set up a charitable organisation called the Rise Foundation, and I do a lot of work in there, and then I'm in the Shannon as well.
Yeah.
So I'm very busy. So I don't miss the solo gigs, because I would have, I suppose, I always still get very anxious when I'm doing my solo gigs, but when I'm gigging with Mary and Sharon, I don't feel anxiety whatsoever.
And is that one of the reasons?
And it's just fun.
You kind of are doing less solo gigs?
I can't deal with the anxiety.
Working in the Shannon, it seems like such a completely different career to, let's say, the music industry and playing music and singing. So what drew you to that?
Well, I've always been very socially kind of justed minded, if you know what I mean. I hated injustice. And then when I set up the charitable organisation, you get to work with amazing NGOs, particularly around mental health and suicide. And then I've always been very kind of involved in Palestine and what's going on over there. So, do you know what? Somebody said it to me, why don't you run in the election? And I said, look, I'll run in the election just to get experience to see what happens. And I got elected. And I got elected the second time around as well. But I do work very hard, and I take that role very, very, it's a huge honour to be elected into Shannon Éireann, and I take the role very serious. So, you know, I do my very, very best, and I work very hard on issues like mental health, homelessness, Palestine, and health in general. But mental health is a big thing for me because, you know, I work in that area. So I've been working very hard, and I'm involved in many. I'm also on the involved with Brexit. I'm also involved in the Good Friday Implementation Committee as well.
Yeah.
Their areas. My father comes from North Antrim, so, you know, I still have a love for Antrim and the 6 counties and all of that. So I'm involved in all of that, and I take it very seriously, and I really do work very hard, you know, because, as I say, it's an honour. So, you know, I'm probably more inclined to work in the Shannon than I am to do music. You know.
And tell me about the charity So when did you set that up? Is it recent or is
No,
it?
I set that up back in 2010.
Yeah.
2009, I should say. It's an organisation that supports family members who have somebody that they love with an alcohol, drug or gambling problem. Now, often people go immediately into that thing of, oh, you work with people who are in addiction. And in actual fact, we don't work with people in addiction, but we do work with their families. Because family members who have somebody they love with an alcohol, drug or gambling problem are really struggling with anxiety, stress, worry, and always kind of feeling it's almost like a trauma. If you're watching somebody you love going down that route of self-destruct, it's very, very stressful.
Yeah.
So what we do is we run programs. We have a team of therapists. We have aftercare. We have one-to-one counselling, and we have a very, very good program that just directly works with family members who are struggling with anxiety around it. So and it's been going for 11 years now, and we're still inundated, and we're waiting lists.
Do you think Ireland's relationship with gambling is just as much as it is with alcohol?
100%.
Yeah.
And you see, gambling is a very secret addiction, and it's something that people probably don't talk about as much because you can't really see, if you're looking at somebody, say, who has an alcohol or drug problem, you can see it. But gambling, because it's a kind of very secretive addiction, and family members may not, they know that there's something not right with their loved one. There might be mood swings, and often gambling, people who are gambling or who are gamblers, it's the highest rate of suicide actually in all the addictions. Do you know? So and I don't think there's enough done about gambling at the moment, but we definitely work with family members who have somebody they love with a gambling problem as well.
Talk to me about the concerts today on stage, like you're just off stage, so we'll be looking forward to seeing that on the player very, very soon. What was it like with the two girls today? Are you doing any more concerts? Is there anything else planned for 2020?
Yeah, we're talking about there's probably one in Dolan's in Limerick. We're hoping to do one in Dolan's in Limerick in the new year, and we were meant to do that last week, but we couldn't do it due to a couple of people being ill. So hopefully we'll do that in the new year, and God only knows what next year will bring us. Who knows, to be honest with you. I know that both Mary and Sharon are really busy, which is fantastic. My own daughter's in the music business. She's trying to do as much streaming as she possibly can. But it's tough for musicians out there. It really is, for musicians and for people who work behind the scenes, for comedians, for any kind of artist, but also for people who work behind the scenes, sound men, lighting men. It's tough. It's been a tough year, and hopefully in 2021 it'll get a bit better.
Hopefully, I think people's eyes have opened to the fact that musicians and crew have literally nothing,
definitely,
and it is one of the hardest hit industries, and people don't realise that the people working for these live streams today and this week, they probably have like myself have had nothing since March, and yourself. So, you've been busy with the Shannon and everything. So it has been tough on musicians and singers and crew and everything. So it's great.
to be performing with the girls is really an honour, to be honest with you. And as I said to you, I much rather sing and perform with the girls than do my own solo. I haven't done that many solo gigs, but that was by choice over the last 5 years. But it was a conscious decision, and because I'm in the Shannon and because I'm doing the Rise Foundation as well, I just feel, for me, it feels right. But the only gigs I love doing is with Sharon and Mary, and only because it's great crack. I absolutely love it.
Hopefully we get to see many more of them.
Hopefully we will, and hopefully we'll do more.
Definitely.
In the new year.
Well, Frances Black, it was lovely to have you, and we will chat to you next time you're in Killarney.
I will. I'd love that. Thanks a million. Thanks very much. A happy Christmas to you.
Same to you.
And a happy New Year as well.
Same to you as well.